Are India and China really becoming friends again? The answer isn't as simple as it seems, and it has the West on edge. India and China, two giants, both competitors and neighbors. But after the latest BRICS summit in Russia, something is shifting. Rumors are swirling that India and China could finally set aside their differences, and the entire world is watching. Could this be the start of a new alliance that even the USA can't ignore? Imagine India and China standing side by side. It's thrilling, it's terrifying, and it's a power play that could turn global politics on its head. The border question. Are India and China done fighting? India and China have a history of border disputes, with both nations defending their territories fiercely. After all, who can forget the recent standoffs at the line of actual control? But now, it seems like both sides are talking. In fact, disengagement has reportedly begun at Depsang and Demchok along the line of actual control, key tension points. So, are we really seeing an end to the clashes? Don't get too comfortable. While tensions are cooling, neither side is backing down entirely. India remains cautious, and China, well, they're always calculating. India cannot trust China completely looking at the past records. But one thing is clear. Both nations realize that their true enemy isn't across the border. It might just be across the ocean, and you'll know who. Just imagine. A unified front between India and China could be a nightmare for anyone who's had plans to divide and conquer. The BRICS Alliance. A growing powerhouse. Let's talk numbers. BRICS isn't just a talking club. It's an economic beast. With recent additions like Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, United Arab Emirates, and some more to join sooner. BRICS has expanded its influence to an unprecedented scale. We're talking about over 3.5 billion people and a combined GDP that's challenging the Western world. That's right. The BRICS alliance, which was already massive with Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, now includes even more powerful players. The Western world is feeling the heat, and for good reason. This alliance could shift the global economic power away from the US and its allies. Imagine a world where BRICS nations are the ones calling the shots. Wouldn't that be something? Russia or the USA? Who's bringing India and China together? Now, who's the real matchmaker here? Russia. At the latest summit, Russia played the perfect mediator, encouraging India and China to focus on their shared goals. The USA, on the other hand, would love nothing more than to see these two giants at each other's throats. The US knows that if India and China stand together, American influence in Asia takes a nosedive. Meanwhile, Russia benefits from having its two key allies cooperating, not competing. Russia isn't just our arms supplier. They're pushing for a united Asia that can resist Western dominance. Can we really let the West dictate how Asia runs its business? Russia says no. India and China say maybe. So, who wins if India and China set aside their differences? Of course, Russia benefits with a stronger anti-Western bloc, but the real losers are Western countries, especially the USA. A unified India-China bloc would mean less reliance on Western markets, less influence of the dollar, and potentially a whole new power center. The US is terrified of this possibility. Why? Because it means losing control over Asia and possibly even the global economy. The moment India and China work together, the West's hold on global politics begins to slip. Imagine a world where the dollar is no longer the global standard, where BRICS is the new G7. The West is right to be afraid and excited. It's a brave new world. With BRICS gaining strength and new alliances forming, it's no surprise that the Western world is worried. The entire balance of power could shift if India and China manage to work together. But let's be honest, will it really last? For now, India is cautiously optimistic, and China sees an opportunity. But alliances are fickle, and history has shown us that global politics can change in a heartbeat. The real question is, will this alliance hold? Or will old tensions resurface, throwing the entire region into chaos. To find out, stick with us as we continue to track this historic shift. And if you're curious about India's tricky balancing act between superpowers, check out this video right here. See why Russia is proving to be a more reliable partner than the USA. You won't want to miss it. Like and subscribe for more deep dives into India's most crucial geopolitical moves. Because staying informed is the only way we win.